Okay guys, today we are out in Spring, Texas, and we have kind of a funny one here. The bees actually settled down. They were really busy a minute ago. They're going in right behind that loose shutter there, and then they're getting up behind the aluminum siding. Now this house, and I've done a few like this, these are kind of tricky. It's almost like an optical illusion because you think that they're in the exterior walls, what it looks like. I think they're actually up in the attic space, but there's this weird little offset that you get in the wall. They have to be either up in the attic behind the aluminum siding, or they have to be behind the brick in the exterior wall. Neither of those is common. But either one is possible here. But what's weird about it, you go up in the attic and you can see there's an offset. So the aluminum siding actually sticks out a little further. You can't see anything from the attic. I can smell them in the attic, but you can't see them at all. Inside the house, feeling around on the wall, kind of feel maybe a warm spot. Could have just been because the sun was right there on the window. So it's kind of weird because you look at every angle and you can't tell for sure where exactly they're at. So we're going to start, and this is aluminum siding, we're going to start by taking down this piece of siding here, or taking it loose at least, and then taking down the lowest round of siding and see what we find behind it. I've found styrofoam behind aluminum siding before. I've found nothing. There's obviously got to be something that it's attached to. But anyway, we're doing mostly investigating right now to try to figure out exactly where they're at, and then we'll let you know when we find them. Well, that was a bust. We got up there and pulled loose that piece of aluminum siding, and right behind it there was just styrofoam and then the plywood that I identified up in the attic. So I was mildly optimistic that they'd be behind the aluminum. I've done one other house that was like that, where they had this aluminum siding kind of extended out over an older siding. So I was hoping it would work out that way, but no. So we are regrouping, and we're going to be setting up inside. The client is kind of moving some furniture away from the wall and cleaning the closet out as best they can. And meanwhile, I have got some sort of crazy the bees seem to really like my box for some reason. They're all over the latch. There must be a little trace of honey or something on that ratchet strap. So anyway, I'm going to be setting up my stuff out here, and then we'll be back upstairs to start opening it up. So here's our inside workspace. Hopefully we don't have to get in the closet here. There's not much space to work in the closet anyway, so the bees are going in outside the window right here on this corner, so we're going to open the drywall right here on this corner and just see what we find. Well, for what it's worth, we're finished up. I actually got run out of the house because the homeowners had to leave to go somewhere else, but we hustled and cleaned up everything inside, got all the combs out, all the bees run out, sprayed repellent inside to drive the bees outside the window. Never did see the queen. I know she was there. The hive's very active, very healthy. Found plenty of eggs, but just never did see her. The way it was structured to where the combs were dropping down behind that header beam, I really couldn't see behind it. I tried at one point with I had my flashlight and my camera, and then was Bluetooth to my phone so I could see what the camera could see, but the video quality was just so poor and at such funny angles I never could see if she was down there or not. But I approached them from both ends with a repellent to try to drive them out. Once we got them out of that cavity, got them moving with the repellent, vacuumed everything that I could see. We actually sealed off inside. We just taped a trash bag over the hole just so they, feel like there's not any bees that are going to come back in the room. And then we vacuumed up every bee we could find in the house, rolled up all the plastic, and actually left it pretty clean. The room smells a little smoky, obviously, but very clean. And then outside here, once I was out of the house, came and vacuumed everything off the outside again. Just never did see the queen, but not even seeing any bees cluster up now. So pretty sure I got pretty well all of them, unless they moved somewhere else and they're, they could be clumped up in a tree here nearby, but I don't really think so. So anyway, I'm going to spray that outside spot with repellent, so if they do try to come back tomorrow, they don't want to land anywhere around that window. And then I'm picking up tools and headed home.